進化し続けなければならない。了解。殲滅命令を実行する。宣告。神官の剣はすでに振り下ろされた。神を冒涜する者よ、合告せよ。異端者撃破。残骸回収の指示を求む。
もっと神のお役に立ちたい。
眠れ、グリーフブレード。お前の犠牲は無意味で神にあだなす害虫を駆逐するのだ。私の死に犠牲？偉大なる神に見守られながら死んでいく。これ以上の栄誉は私には過去の記憶がない。目覚めた時、私はメビウスだった。 進化し続けなければならない。了解。殲滅命令を実行する。宣告。審判の剣はすでに振り下ろされた。神を冒涜する者よ、合告せよ。異端者撃破。残骸回収の指示を求む。
もっと神のお役に立ちたい。
眠れグリーフブレード。お前の犠牲は無意味で神にあだなす害虫を駆逐するのだ。私の死に犠牲。偉大なる神に見守られながら死んでいく。これ以上の栄誉は私には過去の記憶がない。目覚めた時、私はメビウスだった。
Listen to the code they carved in me. Drawn again in this machine, settled and stagnant for centuries. Try to be the one to tell the truth to the higher ground above.
We're tough, they're hard to believe, but still the dance. Once and twice, we're the side. Gotta trust the shit back. Never to go, never to die. Never to bow, we're doing it tonight. Share the spark and wave of time.
So light on the rise. Run through every part of you. We run the world. We're fire stars.
evening, Ace Pilots. Welcome to the SMC's Cross-Server Winter Cup Tournament. And I'm looking forward over here. This is Echo, your shoutcaster, and beside me...
This is Meatblood. Nice to see you guys today.
Alright, so since December, SMC's Winter Cup has kicked off, and for 3 weeks, they've been qualifiers, advanced, and final fronts for over here are 42 players. And I'm looking forward to see what kind of tactics that they'll show up on this final frontier with everyone combined across the 4 frontiers, including Asia, China, US, and JP server all together in 5 extreme showdowns.
All right, and today we do have 42 finalists from 4 different servers with 15 people from China server and the other 9 each player from Japan, US, and Asia server. They're going to be competing with 3 Battle Royale squad mode and 2 TDM deathmatch, team deathmatch. And so right now it's going to be the real showdown between the cross server, and I'm very excited to see what they can do on the battlefield.
All right, so over here, I'm from the Asia server and you're from the NA server. Do you have any particular bias for any players, any participants we have over here?
That's definitely a good question. I'm rooting for US servers since they've been having a rough journey. However, I'm really excited to see what everybody brings to the battlefield, especially the Japan player, as we've seen in the past. They've been outstanding in their performance. So we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, they bring in some very unique tactics over here, where some players are going some are run and gun, some are a bit smarter. We have here, when you combine all of them into this kind of tournament, it really brings about the different kind of tactics that they're employing over there. And I'm really looking forward over here, and let's see what motivates our players with the upcoming rewards. And for the rewards over here on the team deathmatch, there's going to be 2 rounds with up to 10 winners. The winning team will have 600 crystals per player, and the MVP of the TDM will gain an additional 300 crystals. For the Battle Royale trios, there's going to be 3 rounds up to 9 winners. The number 1 squad will be reflected with their title of the Winter Cup Global number 1 squad with 2,000 crystals. The number 2, same line, Winter Cup, but for the number 2 squad, and 1,500 crystals. For number 3, there's going to be Winter Cup Global number 3 with 1,000 crystals.
All right, and for these 5 modes that we're going to compete today, we're going to have 2 hacker intrusion and 1 code clash for the BR tournament. And for the TDM, we're going to be competing in the power plant environment and the stream sports ground as the second TDM match.
This seems to be very exciting since there's going to be a lot of buffs, there's going to be a lot of unknown factors in these maps. So for the Grand Bomb / hacker intrusion maps, I'm really looking forward to how they're going to play out the additional buffs that they can get when they complete the 200 collection event over there. And then Cold Clash as well, the visibility can get a little hindered. It can be too bright, and outside of the zone is just really snowing, so you're really gonna want to get in. And let's see how these players are gonna stack up inside.
All right, so we have a US representative, and this is ND, who has made to the finals. He is known for tremendously good with Pulsar and Neutron Star as his main mechas. He is also very good with Firestar in TDM, and we will see his outstanding performance today. Whenever you guys are going to meet him in Battle Royale, you better stay out because he's going to hunt you down.
All right, so the representative, the top player as of the Winter Cup for China, is going to be represented by Ya with his signature Arthur. And he also uses Hot Steel and Caramel over there. It's kind of conflicting playstyle, but let's see if it works for him, since that allows him to be a little bit more flexible with mobility and power of Hot Steel and Kuma. Let's see what he uses on the battles up here. Up next,
Our next Asia representative changed. So as a mobile player, he's very tactical and strategic in his battlefield. And so if you will encounter him, you better be prepared for his very encountering of scariness. So next up, we're gonna have the last representative, which is
the representative of the JP server, Cam Siren. Another one with mobile mechas, another one that you can expect to be flanking all around you, particularly on Battle Royale. You'll see him on one building, and then up next, he's gonna be right beside you, ready to destroy your mecha. Or if you're unfortunate enough, ready to slay your pilot. All right, so now that we've seen our participants, we've seen our modes, I think like we're all pretty hyped over here to see what they bring to the battle, because we see like the participants over there, they're like very varied in their style. Although one thing's pretty common with a lot of them, and that's Skylark and Arthur. I think those two show what kind of like play style we can expect from these players, because they're very mobile, although both of them are lacking in verticality. So I think we're gonna see some other members from their squad that's gonna be shining through, since if they're gonna be the face of the battle, let's not forget about the ones doing the work behind the scenes, right?
Yeah, we actually do see a trend here, right? So a lot of poster players and neutral stars. So I guess it does have to do with how flexible these mechs are in nature. And it requires a lot of flexibility and tactics in order to play well in the battlefield. So we can see how one player is actually very dedicated to master these mechas. And not only in Battle Royale, but they're also very good in TDM as well. So let's go ahead and get started, guys.
All right, let's take a look at the flight path of game one. All right, it seems that it's going from Crimson Valley to Grand Shrine. We're seeing some squads landing to school, landing to Resort Hotel. I can expect that we're probably gonna have some encounters on Ayumi, since that is the golden trove, where the golden trove is. Although,
all right, and you can also see there's been a bunch of people landing in Ayumi Castle as well as usual. So let's take a look at the Plaza Station area in Music Ground to see how they did.
all right, we're taking a look at the players over here. They're dropping at Yayoi, player number 13. Seems to be like a quiet amount of loot, playing it safe. You gotta play smart if you're on a tournament. You can't just run and gun. You gotta value your lives. You gotta value the teamwork that you're gonna bring into the table. And honestly, it's not just about showboating over here. You gotta watch out for your enemies.
Yeah, for sure. But usually, this bridge is known for not having so much rare loot. So considering they're having enemies from the music ground actually on the 4 different sides of their area. So I'm not sure how they're gonna encounter other teams.
All right, we got some car movers over here, moving from CBD all the way to West Villa. They're moving outside of the zone over here, as you can see on the map. So I don't know if it's gonna pay off, but definitely, if I'm a player myself, I usually land on West Villa. That gives you a lot of box spawns. It's really dense over there. And as you can see over here, they just went past the triangle building on CBD, which is known to be a hotspot, and none of them seem to have responded to the presence of the car. So we'll have to see if there'll be any early actions over here. Back to Yayoi Bridge with Swift.
All right, Swift is a spectacular Battle Royale player from US server. Looks like they're really taking their time by just stocking up their loot. Stocking up loot is actually very important as you.
But you gotta remember, there's another squad on Yayoi earlier, so let's see how that goes down. Hopefully that pays off for them.
That's true.
Once
but
again,
I
we're
guess,
seeing another squad here.
Yeah, people are very cautious these days, so I guess they're really taking time just to keep their presence really low for now, and not actually like rushing.
Yeah, they're gonna be observing.
Absolutely.
CBD, we might expect some. Oh my god, someone's already gotten their mecha. Yayoi Bridge already has an encounter. Let's see what's going on. Someone's already cornered over here. Super SA. I remember this guy. These guys are representing Asia server. Neutron Stars the mech. Swift is pushing in. Oh my god, we're gonna have some pilot encounters over here. No melee weapon for Super SA, so let's see how that pays up. 15 HP. He went mech out. Went to save him. Amos knocked down Night Shot. Night Shot eliminated with a gun shield. Do not push someone with a gun shield. You gotta remember that. Alright, now going for a revenge. They're trying to flank him with some mechas. He's gonna try to revive Super SA. Let's see. Looks like the Gabriel right here seems to be trying to find an angle where he can AoE them. Gabriel and Doomlight. Remember, one of them's already eliminated, so that's gonna be a little bit rough. But then again, these two are a little bit versatile. They can keep their range. That's gonna be troublesome for the tighter zones, but we'll have to see how that pays off.
Oh no, and the limited resources against Mecha they have is only homing missile and bot launchers as of right now.
Oh, that's gonna be troublesome. On Ayumi, we have 2 squads present, and they're fighting as well.
Yep, and looks like Andy is going to read his usual Mecha, which is Pulsar.
What can you say about Andy's playstyle on Pulsar? Because right here, I'm seeing a lot of movements.
Yeah, Andy is super flexible when it comes to Pulsar. You know, like whenever, like Pulsar is known for having a very quick cooldown and regenerative abilities. So it's just one of those mech that is just really efficient when it comes to Battle Royale mode. And he's happening to be the very one person that's actually mastered that mecha in US server.
So on Yayoi Bridge, we finally have a mecha versus mecha encounter. This is gonna be very disadvantageous for the Doomlight and Gabriel because they're fighting an Arthur over there. And if they can keep their distance, yeah, they're good. But once that Arthur closes in, it's gonna be tough for them. And
Do you think Hot Steel is a good advantage in this map?
Hot Steel is very flexible. I myself am a Hot Steel user, and that guy has a lot of versatility, and don't let the bulky looks deceive you. Hot Steel is fast. Hot Steel is one of the most mobile mechs out there. He may not be agile, but he can cover distance quickly. Even on the South Island, we're having some early encounters over here. We're having some eliminations out there, pilot to pilot. I forgot the name of that shotgun, but I'll just call it the auto shotgun. That's pretty scary if you get up close to it and you're listening to it. I'm gonna back off. I'm gonna panic. Understandable.
Oh my god, and the zone is also closing in on these 3 teams.
Yeah, they're fighting outside the zone here. I love this view, and you can just see that they're peppering over there. That's a tight triangle formation on the upper ground, peppering the Skyfall mecha right there. And that seems like a bad position. You don't want to be there on a kind of tournament like this.
Oh my gosh, and Siren with his famous Arthur Flang, he's actually trying to escape the zone, but still trying to keep the enemies stay inside so they won't escape.
Yeah, that's one thing over here. If you can allow your enemies to just keep on cooking in the zone, you definitely have an advantage because they're gonna be hesitant to push. They don't know what's going on inside the zone. You're gonna put them in a situation where they don't have resources, and they are also out of mental fortitude at that point.
Absolutely. Looks like Team 2 already escaped the zone. Team 5 is actually catching up with the zone, but right now we still have this team who is still getting stuck in the house because they're being cornered right now.
That's a bad position, and that's a squad wipe. No, that's a pretty early squad wipe in this first game of ours.
Yep.
Ayumi Clash never ending. Ayumi Clash gives us all the gifts, all the presents that we can expect to spectate in this battle. It's actually a very good spot for an Arthur since he doesn't have that much verticality. It takes a while for him to go up there. I kind of don't think that's a good idea to push like that. Keep your advantage. Oh no!
Oh no! Lemon's going in for the pilot.
Oh no! Never mind.
Oh, they are.
It looks like the Firestar already took care of that. That's a barbecue, or a frostbite on that skin in particular. Alright, good strat right here, keeping them outside of the zone, gatekeeping them, making sure that they take a strong mental toll over here. And since they're lacking squad members, that's gonna be really, really hard on them. It looks like we're chasing zones over here on the South Island. personally, I dislike having a long encounter on South Island. It's either you finish it fast or you run away. Because if you get stuck out there and the zone is against you, that's just an open field for everyone to shoot at you. And I personally do not want to be there. But it looks like he's
Siren
keeping the...
just successfully demake that team, and he's now coming back to the house. He's not gonna get them escape at all.
He's not falling back. Not at all. This man's aggressive. This man is someone to look forward to.
Oh, he's going in as a pilot.
He's going in. He's going for the thirst. Neutron versus Neutron over here. Neutron and a Pulsar. Was that a Pulsar or a Gabriel on top?
I'm not really sure, but I see.
Oh, that's a Pulsar. That's
I
Pulsar,
see,
yeah.
yes, and then another author on this team.
There's a lot of Neutrons present over here. I never use Neutrons, so I don't know like the standpoint when it comes to like Neutron users, but when I'm fighting against them, it's just freaky when they get up close to you because it feels like you're fighting a Chihuahua. Right
Yes,
here,
and
it
also
really
they're,
shows. It's really showing the bite.
They've been known for also having a very quick like shield generation as well. So it's the perfect mech for a battle royale. When you have no loot, you have an advantage as a neutral star.
Back to South Island. It seems like they're not caring. They do not care at all about the zone. And the zone is all the way to the Turing Tower and the Alpha Tower area over here, which is quite far off. They're at the very edge of the map. Very daring move. I don't know how that's gonna pay off. These squads are up ahead already inside the zone. You can see they're taking their time, watching what happens. And over here, it's all just hectic action down south. And
Yep, team 2 and 5. They've been
they
fighting
never
for a while,
left the
and
area.
No one is backing down at this point, but
Because honestly, once you leave the area, you are left out in the open. There's no buildings, there's no trees you can hide from over there. Once you're
And
out,
there's
you
no
need to be
loot.
moving straight. There's no loot. You're in danger every second you go out there. What I presume is gonna happen in this match is that these two squads are gonna eliminate one another until they cannot fight any of the other squads anymore. Like you'll see, it'll probably be like 1 or 2 members remaining, or they're gonna have 0 repairs whatsoever to keep it up.
Oh, looks like Siren's team's already taking the win for that one.
Sure looks like it. Up on the western side, we got some Firestar to Firestar encounter, but that didn't last as much. Making out in front of a Firestar is never a good move. They're going for a hard chase over here, and I don't see that pilot ever getting out of there.
No, there's no place for him to hide.
No, that's no place for him to hide. And even if you try to rescue him with an Aurora, that's a no win, sir. That's a no win. These are 2 thick melee mecha fighters right here, and I don't think I'm even gonna be able to fight over there, no matter what platform. Gabriel easily melted by that Firestar, and looks like the same's gonna happen for this Aurora, but we'll never know unless he actually fights them.
Yeah, but he has no
Accidental
choice.
discharge right there.
It's closing in right now. This is gonna be a tough battle for him. He's against 3 other people at the same time. All his teammates.
You gotta
are
remember, the zone's also getting hotter and hotter. Side formation right there. Susceptible to AoE, but very easy to coordinate your fight. South Island, we're still getting some movement. I saw some 2 squads over there, potentially going in for a clash, but you know, they could make a truce until they get all the way inside the zone. Alright, we got some flanking Pulsar over here. Pulsar is a scary mech. You can't expect what he's doing, because he has that 2 forms, right? And you never know if he's gonna go in for like a tactical snipe, or he's gonna just attack you with that SMG form right there, or if he's gonna do a combo of both, which means you're just gonna keep on melting no matter what the range is.
And looks like Team 9 is a little bit struggling here with all of his both teammates already die. However, he's still trying to escape, but looks like the zone could be a little bit not forbidden.
The zone,
And
we're clearly seeing a
the
pattern
zone.
over here of like the inside squads gatekeeping people outside of the zone. which is very effective on Battle Royale. As much as the community would probably hate camping or strategic motions like this, you can't always just run and gun. You gotta play it smart. Gatekeep who you gotta gatekeep, use all your covers, and use all the buildings to your advantage. Like right here, they're out in the open and they're susceptible to gunfire from multiple squads, and you can't really do anything to prevent third parties. And look at the zone, it's very tightly packed right here. You're gonna see every squad fighting, and all of them are gonna be players out to win.
Yep.
This is gonna
Looks
be a
like-
serious fight right here. Everyone's trying to get that 2,000 crystal. That deformed car, you ain't got no way out over there. Once they get the sweet spot on you, oh my god, you're getting hounded by 3 mechas.
Ooh, I didn't even know you can hide like below those.
I
ones.
didn't know that as well. But it looks like it didn't pay off. He maxed out only to get destroyed. I'm not sure if he's gonna be able to find a safe spot over here. All these mechas can chase. All these mechas are very mobile.
Ooh,
Neutron
this
Star,
might be the
Firestar,
end.
and Arthur. No way, sir. We got here. This is looking like a TDM fight on Alpha Tower. Someone from behind, a single member of a squad right here. Player number 7. Will he hide successfully in the middle of this firefight, or will he end up inevitably having to join there? Alright, Ace times clocking in. Everyone's gonna play a little bit differently now, a little bit safer. No one wants to get demeched over here. The rule of Ace time is that the first one to fight on Ace time is definitely gonna end up having at a disadvantage. Masterful use of covers right here, but it seems to not be paying off considering the AoE of the other mechas, hot steel and the likes. And they got third-partied. Now, that's a bad place to be. No more mechas, no more respawn for the mechas. The squad's playing it smart. Not much encounter, only poking. And this match has been fast. They haven't completed the 200 buff for hacker intrusion yet. Yes, the famous hiding spot for pilot. And not too effective this time around though. We got some great
there are,
action
like,
over here from 3 squads.
4 different teams from
4?
between Alpha Tower. Oh yeah, that one guy from Team 10 is still there. You know?
Very
You know,
smart
at
move to
this
be in the middle of that,
situation,
because
like-
everyone's gonna be confused.
I know, exactly. And I think Doomlight does have a bit of advantage when it comes to this situation. Don't you
Doomlight
think so?
has an advantage everywhere. I think Doomlight is a very meta player. The only reason why he's not picked as much as he should be is that he's low. So a lot of players think that his playstyle is not very enjoyable. But if you take advantage of that, you are gonna be in a good spot no matter what the zone is, whether it's long or short range encounters. You're gonna need a lot of patience. This Arthur's stuck right here.
Yep, looks like Siren is getting targeted as well. He's trying to escape.
Is that the disadvantage that you have when you have flashy skins? Or is that just the competitive spirit of every players out here?
I would say Flashy Skin is a little bit cautious when it comes to like others player
Yeah.
perspective. Like if they see a Flashy Skin, they automatically
It's a
think that
different
it's
mental
dangerous,
effect when you see that.
for sure.
I mean, to newbies, it can come up as a deterrent, but to fellow pro players, that's flashy. I'm gonna shoot at that. I'm not scared of you. Now up here, you're seeing some squads taking good advantage of the bridge. While it may look like there's not much covers, you can use those small string pillars right there to your advantage. Lead them there, make them lose their projectile over there. But that may not work on hit scan mechas like Gabriel. So let's see over here. But this guy is using Doomlight to his potential, using the cover of the bridge, using the height advantage, and possibly popping up some shields. It's exciting seeing multiple squads right here, flashy effects, and all their mechas action. It looks like a Michael Bay movie right here.
It looks like the zone
Everyone's-
closing in on him.
The zone is closing in against them. Once again, the unpredictable nature of A-Stance going against them. Oh, taking cover over there.
See, at
Doomlight
this
is a
point,
terror.
if a Doomlight has to core, then he'll be super overpowered.
Yeah, you just need like a good team right here. Once that you've already survived like the mobility portion of the zone, right? Now it's just ace time, slowly moving along.
Alright.
That's-
Ooh, looks
that's
like
where
Lemon
Doomlight
is trying
shines.
to close in that Doomlight right here.
You're gonna wanna loop around him. Doomlight's gonna have a high pick rate over here. I can see it coming already. That's gonna be the trend throughout all the 3 games that we have for Battle Royale. Ooh, that's some disrespectful play over there with a Juchong skill. I do not want to be that guy. Imagine you're hiding and you just get thunderstruck out of nowhere and bam, eliminated. Really smart and slow, methodical plays from Doomlight over here, from Siren. And the zone's moving in. We've got infighting up north, and we've got a squad silently waiting their chance downside inside the zone. But it looks like they don't have their mecha anymore, so it makes sense to take advantage of the zone before you like engage all of them in their mechas, right?
Yep. And
Down
looks
south.
like-
I've been playing this game for too long, but even this area on the mall over here, it confuses me. And I presume that's going to be a similar case for a lot of the players. There's some good spots over here, but there's some bad spots as well. You don't want to be in the middle of the plaza over there, overlooking the trees. This is not a sightseeing mission. This is a mission to slay all your enemies. And you're going to want to be up there. Oh! A destruction on
the zone
XP.
is closing in very, very tight.
Zone's
right
closing
now.
in. The zone's
Everybody's trying to
closing
get
in.
into
You're
the
gonna be the king with Doomlight. It's gonna be a reoccurring trend. Pilot chase, and
Will they demake the
Whoa.
Doomlight? Nope.
nah. The Doomlight's in a good spot.
Oh no, but he's
Unless the
very
zone gets
close
him.
right now.
Nah. Let's see. If the other players
comes
still
up
have
to
some
pilot
hidden
back.
cards up there with their mechas, that's gonna be very, very dangerous. And the zone's cooking him. That's a lot of health damage, and that is an elimination. So we have that for the first Battle Royale match.
Yep, Lemon Team takes the winner for the first
Yeah, Lemon
Battle
Team
Royale
really
match.
takes the win over there. They took advantage of like the zone moving in on their spot, even though they had like the mecha disadvantage. They managed to turn it around despite like the intimidating presence of the Doomlight. And I was looking
Right.
at the footage over there. That was just like this squad is gonna win. I hate to say it
I
because I'm
also
not a
love
big
how,
fan of
like,
Doomlight.
You know, that team, they always be at the border of the zone, and I never thought that they would have made it out of the zone ever. And they
Yeah,
actually did.
they managed to
That's
turn it
crazy.
around. So
Yeah, it's a big
let's wait for the
turnaround.
results of this match and let's see like what happens with our players right here.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, this is the result over here. Cam Airy B, Lemon, and let me get the name of that second player, Shikari
Shikari?
Onisan.
Yep.
Looks like they're taking the first place, and along with them is another squad from JP. And for the third squad, seems to be represented by the Asia squad. As you see over here, since it's all determined players, all high-skilled players, they're not going for the highest damage. The trend over here is like no one reached the 30k damage that you'd usually see on casual battles. But if you're fighting fellow skilled players over here, your damage is gonna be, not as big as you think that they'd be. And this is the scoreboard over here. First place getting the 10 points on the ranking. Second place getting the 6 points on the ranking, giving them a total of 15 points for the players. 15 points for all of the players of the first squad. And the second squad getting 10 players for the MVP or the most elimination of their squad, and only 6 the position points for the rest of them. So ranking in on third, you get 4 points. Ranking in on. So for we saw Ahmed's squad right there was like he had like they got like third place overall, but the elimination, the fourth place took the cake over there, and they ended up outscoring them. Now let's go on to the highlight reel of this match. As you can see, the battle down south. after that very exciting first match, we're gonna have to move on to the next 5v5 battle right on here. After all, we have 5 battles in store for you guys, and we're gonna see what they do. We saw out there what they did on the Battle Royale. Now we're gonna see how they hold up on a TDM respawn environment.
Yeah, and actually, we actually never witnessed this player playing team deathmatch before, as in the finals they actually only play Battle Royale solos. So I'm very looking forward to see how they actually gonna perform in team deathmatch. You know, in a closed environment, everybody is going to know each other's position. Everybody get a chance to be revived with the Mecha after the mech. So this is a complete different strategies that you need to implement instead of playing, you know, it's a totally different play style from Battle Royale for sure. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started with the first 5v5 team deathmatch. And this mode is going to be, I believe, power plant. So let's get started, guys.
On Origo. Game's already started. Lots of cover in this map. Lots of jump pads too.
Exactly. I was gonna say.
Up, they're crossing grounds now. You know what? I saw the footage one time of Andromeda almost never touching ground by making smart use of the jump pads over here. I'm seeing that Andromeda flying over there. That's gonna be a terror in the sky. No slow mecha so far though. Is that gonna be the trend that we'll continue seeing over here? I kind of want to see some more of the buff boy hot steel over here, you know. This is like quite the opposite of what we saw in the Battle Royale, where everyone was like, almost every squad had at least Doomlight in their arsenal. Over here, no one's using the slow mechas. Everyone's prioritizing mobility, probably to like easily flush out their enemies.
Yep, we're seeing some introduction of different mechas as well, like Andromeda and Brutus, and we haven't seen that in Battle Royale, so this is very fresh to see.
Neutron Star just terrorizing that Andromeda over there.
As usual.
As usual. Going for the chase. You're gonna always want to go for the chase of pilots over here because that's gonna give you the points, the easiest points over here. You're as shady as it may probably sound, you don't want to prioritize damage. You want to prioritize points. Skylark, I always hated fighting Skylarks over here. Lots of jumps.
Yeah, the versatility for Skylark.
And the unlimited regeneration. Take that out first. Make sure to eliminate the pilots and send them back to the base.
And you was just seeing Andy with his pulsar.
That pulsar is scary.
Best star with 5-star. Oh, looks like Neutron Star is pushing in.
Lots of pot shots from Andy. That's a pretty looking Michael. Michael has always been my go-to for TDM, and that allows you to just terrorize as much players as you can see, because you have basically unlimited range.
And you know, like, there's so much ES skin that I'm seeing from Andromeda, Neutron, and even Michael.
You gotta remember, these players are the best of the best.
Yeah.
It's only default or SS for them.
Yeah, default.
They want that flashy. They want that flashy effects. When you're doing all these kills, you're gonna want to have these effects right on here. And right here, we're watching that Skylark hold off effectively against that Michael, no matter what the range. Once you get that regen going, that's gonna set you up for even more firefights, allowing you to do a 1v3, 1v4 even. Andromeda playing it smart, not a lot of health pool right there. We're seeing a lot of Neutron Star, which is one of the scariest mech up close. I told you that earlier, and I'm gonna keep on saying that against Neutron Star. Or about Neutron Star. It's not against him. Neutron Star is just that good of a mecha right now in this current meta. Chase that pilot down, chase and eliminated mid-air. That's disrespectful. That is disrespectful. I don't want to be that guy. You can see right here, Skylark's holding up very well on his own. Fast projectile, a lot of regeneration. You can expect to win a lot of battles with that kind of playstyle, as long as you can aim with him, of course. It looks like current changes with Boltus has not made him as effective as he usually have been with my previous experience. It used to be that there's a lot of Boltuses taking advantage of the stacking mechanics, allowing two players to just complete their stacks and do a lot of damage with a single target if they can coordinate it. This time around, we're only seeing like a handful of Boltuses around, which is actually, I think, a step in the right direction as for the meta of the game. What do you say about that, Mikot?
Well, I think both, like, after some updates, Boltus lack the actual versatility that they used to have. So they've been using up a lot of energies just to jumping and dashing by themselves. So I think that's why it kind of drives the players away from using Boltus in actual intense match.
I think the new Boltus now is over here, Pulsar.
Yeah.
Allowing him to flush out
actually,
players out of cover with the AoE act as well. I completely forgot about that. When you're on cannon mode, you basically have this splash damage so that even when your enemies are at cover, you're still a danger to them.
Yeah, they have a really big area of damage. That's one advantage about Pulsar as well. Like it will cover everything that you need in order to defeat your enemy.
What I'm seeing here though, like the trend is that there's not that much team coordination with the destruction over here. I think everyone's trying to get that MVP reward. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? I think everyone's trying to win their own battles.
But looks like they're also pretty backed up with their other teammates trying to save each other.
Yeah,
As you can see that Neutron just got defeated by one of the teammates from the other side.
Yeah,
Andy
once
by
you reach this
himself.
point, Andy is just going around all over the place trying to get those final shots. No hiding from Andy, it seems.
The point is actually very tight at this point.
It's very close. This is what happens when you pair around sets of players with very similar skill capacity. This is the first Firestar I've seen in this game. There's a secret over there. We're gonna want to use Firestar a lot more on TDM because that punch through damage is something to not joke about, especially if you're fighting good players, coordinating their shots. You know, it may not be the point that they're trying to present in this battle, but subconsciously, if you're this level of skill play, subconsciously, you're gonna wanna get close with your teammates, secure that kill, and get those points up. And if you're if you're against that kind of player, Firestar is a good mecha with that punch-through flamethrower.
I wonder
Tyler's
if
on
any
fire.
of these teammates are using the new gun, the laser gun. If you know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, that one. We haven't
Yeah,
seen
that
that much.
laser The actual trend right now.
Pilot action.
Yeah, we only
Mostly
see the
because
action, so-
if you get destroyed over here, you're gonna get chased. You're the easiest point in the field, which is a good thing. Do not let go of that pilot. Do not wait for him to mech out. Get that point. Although I think majority of the lineup over here is gonna consist of the classic one shotgun and one ion cannon over here. Being an all-around weapon with the new laser gun, I don't think that's gonna fit the playstyle of majority of these higher skilled players.
I feel like
Andy holding off with that
is
pulsar.
always like being cornered with at least like 2 or 3 other mechas from the enemy.
Understandably so. If I'm fighting him, I'm gonna want to focus him because that's some scary movement from his pulsar.
Yep.
Very quick to follow up on his shots and knowing all of the spots for the healing items. That's very advantageous to TDM, and combined with the mobility of Pulsar, prioritize that guy, demech him, make sure he stays on the base. This Firestar right here looking to be cornered, which is a bad spot because you're gonna want to get close up and personal right here.
Yeah, but have you actually tried out the recent Core remake from 5-star, Core 1?
Oh yeah, the one that gives him the Molotov effect for his primary attack.
Yep.
I like that one.
Yeah, I love it. I think it's a great idea that they remake that Core.
It's a great change to Firestar because older players would probably remember this. Firestar used to have this different secondary attack. And if you look at the scoreboard right now, there's a gap. There is a big gap. 47 to 41 with 30 seconds left on the clock. These players know where to shot and knows who to shoot. So you can expect some fast movement on the score over here, unlike with the Battle Royale where they're trying to survive as much as they can. 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's it for the first game of TDM. 50 to 44 on the last second. They managed to complete that score. That was very exciting right on there. Although the next map might lead to different kind of plays. That's very open. It didn't give that much room for like, you know, the ranged mecha. It was all like close range mecha or mechas that can go flexible between the two roles over there. We're seeing Andy perform overall super great with his pulsar, but yeah, we've yet to see the scoreboard over here because, you know, we've seen the performance, but that may not always reflect on the numbers. So we'll have to see the scoreboard up next.
Let's take a look at the scores.
All right, here we have it.
All right, so MD tremendously with the damage of 42k as a pulsar, and looks like Vita Pilots is actually a good choice in TDM because of her ability to
unfortunately
damage.
It's all assist. It's all assist, and we can see a trend right here. The higher damager individuals, they didn't get that much point, but you can take a look at here on the team 2, the Neutron Star with a 29k damage. He's taking the cake with the pilot kills, the mecha destroys, and not that much assist.
We also see some good assist on team 2 with Skylark and Voltis. I think they're just playing it safe by supporting their teammates regarding hitting the enemy, but not actually rushing in. We didn't see many people rushing in at that point because they're trying to reserve the points as much as possible. So it's probably the reason why we're seeing a lot of assists right now. Looks like team 2 has really good team playing support. As you can see, everybody has pretty much about the similar damages that they're dealt.
Very similar damages, nothing out of the ordinary.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas on team 1, Andy right there was like outshining. Like the second most damage was 30k flat.
That's true. That's still very a wide gap.
There's Andy with 42k. So now after that exciting TDM, let's take a look at the highlight reels of that match.
so after that 5v5 TDM Ed match, as you guys can see and predict, we're gonna go on to that second exciting Battle Royale match. This time it's also gonna be at Hacker Intrusion team map, and we're gonna see how they're doing. So let's get started, guys.
Let's take a look at the players that we can look forward to in this match.
Mhm.
Oh, skipping right on through it seems. Drop went from Yacht Marina all the way to Crimson Valley. Teams are spread out, but nothing on the South Island. And we do see two teams approaching Crimson Valley right here. And what place is this? Is this the Turing Center? On Turing Center, I never ever drop here. Do you, Meatblood?
Sometimes, but I never get any good loot from Torrent
There's
Center.
never any good loot on the Turing Center. On the Crimson Valley, we have here one squad looting downstairs. It looks like there's another squad just right beside them, so you're gonna want to pop those cars out.
Crimson Valley does give me sunset vibes. I don't know if you feel
Very
that
much
way.
so. The Wild West theme
Yeah.
of this place. The thing I hate about Crimson Valley, oh,
Ooh,
I spoke too soon. They're getting some trades over here. One down from the other squad, and it looks like another down from the other squad. They didn't get to finish though, so it looks like there's gonna be a revival, and that's gonna be 2 down on the green squad right there. As I was saying, Crimson Valley, the thing I hate about this area is that it can be very one-sided onto a squad who gets a lot of rechargers, because all these buildings are very open. It leads you to a lot of like AoE from if there's a single player that gets a mecha from another squad. But you can see right there that they changed it with the appearance of the deformed cars. Again, on the Yayoi Bridge, we have 2 squads carefully planning their route. Semi-good loot, all purple guns right here.
they might not know each other's location right now, so they're still looting very casually.
No, I think the opposite, because they were very hesitant on the movement there. One squad on City Hall taking advantage of the battery placement right here. That's something not a lot of players do, but if you can take that, you're gonna be at a good spot instead of wasting those rechargers. Or if you didn't
some
get so lucky with the
activities
rechargers.
already.
We have a
Fire
pulsar right
cars.
there shooting from
Yep.
Ayumi. What do you expect? It's the good loot on Ayumi. And if you get really lucky, you get like a series of rechargers that sets you up to a great start, eliminating the squads surrounding the area. Especially if you monitor where they're dropping. Did they drop CBD? Did they drop City Hall? Then you can make a move once you get a mecha and do a charge. Hopefully, the opposing player is not having those rechargers and eliminating them quickly off. But then again, that relies a lot on randomness and on the skill gap as well. Right here, they got distracted. Instead of focusing on the mecha on the City Hall, they ended up getting distracted by a squad on the South Island. And Yayoi Bridge having this sort of a massacre actually over here. Wait, for a second, I thought the Pulsar was teamed up with the Skylark. It turns out it was just completely thirsting that single pilot over there. Maybe a cat pushed off his phone, but that's very unfortunate for a tournament setting. Bad kitten. Let's keep that to lore. It's a cat's fault.
And we've been seeing a pattern of Team 8, Lemon's team, actually always playing it safe by landing
Playing it
somewhere
safe
else.
on the outer areas.
Yep. Well, unfortunately, last time they encountered a team of the fishing village, but this time they're actually very safe.
They're keeping it quiet. Resort Hotel providing a spectacle of gunfire.
This is definitely very unexpected for this place to actually have somebody that lands
Actually,
in.
yeah. Oftentimes you see the fight going to Sunset Clock, but rarely ever is it staying on Resort Hotels. So now you can see here let's just call him Snow teams focusing on one mecha at a time. That's another trend carrying over from the last game, a Doomlight.
Yep, and looks like Swift has gotten back online and he's joined the team right now. Their team combination is very typical with Pulsar, Neutron Star, and Doomlight as a very unbreakable combination.
One flanking, one assisting from the long range, and one as like just this moving stronghold. I can see
Yep.
it being a good combination. That's a short, mid, long lineup. There's Arthur right here, Siren trying to get that angle to flush out those pilots inside. They can take a risk over here, de-mech, and wait it up till they can mech out inside. But
Looks like
in a
one of their
tournament setting,
teammates
I think
is
they're gonna
also
playing it
inside
safe.
as well. Oh no, we have some situation inside the hotel.
Oh, we have a situation over here. This is risky, but I think the risk paid off. That's just the Juchong skill. And we got an elimination. We got a kill confirmed. Now they're gonna push in these two pilots. They are running around. They are panicking, but seems to have a mecha. Oh wait, no, that's from their side. That's from Snow. This is the Yayoi Bridge squad again. Taking their time. The other squads completely covered that other side. We're seeing some Boltus, Pulsar, and Firestar in that lineup. Kind of all over the place. But if you can have Pulsar assist on the long with the Boltus continuously peppering them with like non-stop damage and the Firestar flanking, that's going to be another effective lineup. Northern Knight? Huh. What's your take on that? I'll wait for your opinion.
I don't know. I've never personally played Northern Knight in an Astral VR, just because you know he's not that great for long range, but he's good for mid range and close range. And in VR, my playstyle has never been rushing in. You know, I really take time. So I don't know. I don't think Northern Knight might be a good option at this point, seeing how versatile other mechs are. Like we're seeing Arthur right now.
Point.
Yeah,
Seeing
Arthur right
at
now is
the-
actually
Always with a high pick rate.
Yep, and looks like Team 12 is actually struggling with fighting the other team and being stuck in the zone.
Being stuck outside of the zone. We're gonna have to see. Are they gonna be gate kept? Or will the other team finally move on to the zone? They're at the mercy of the other team at this point. Combination fire on a Doomlight. That's what you're gonna wanna do. Render his shield useless. Extreme Sports Ground. I don't think the fight's gonna go there, but if it does, whoever holds the top position over there is gonna have a major advantage. Another appearance from Northern Knight, and personally, from my observation, he has a low pick rate, but that guy seemed to have gotten stuck over there for some reason. And that is a knockdown and a confirmed kill. Unfortunate for Stardust. I kind of wanted to see Northern Knight push on into the closer zones in this game. He deserves it. He deserves the
I
screen
know he
time.
deserves some screen time. But looks like Team 10 will be getting out of the zone very quickly after defeating Team 12. Team 12
Remaining
is actually
squad mates of
still tough.
Stardust are gonna be like waiting it out. Hopefully they don't get flushed out. I mean, it's hard to flush out players onto that train station. Another South Island encounter here between... How many squad is that? That's between 3 squads. Although there's not much incentive to hold on to the fight as long as they could. They are free to move. There's no zone restricting them right now, so... We're gonna see some pot shots every now and then, but I don't expect a massive push. Unless you're holding them off from the purple zone of Grandbaum. Oop. It's always refreshing seeing Siren's Arthur now.
There's a lot of time
just-
cover in this terrain actually.
Yeah. And if you can
Looks
like
like the
masterfully
zone-
use the dash and the slash, Arthur's scary over here.
And they're close to the border of the zone right now, so they need to actually get moving.
They might actually get that incentive I was talking about, which is to survive.
You're absolutely right. Here we have some action again by the fishing village,
Fishing Village,
like last time.
the surprising, the wild card of all the battle arenas. You don't want to fight here. You never want to fight here. But these players are just proving me wrong. They're holding out their ground. Another Arthur fight over here. Now this time on Grand Shrine. We were talking about them earlier that it was like relatively quiet on Grand Shrine, but it looks like once you get cornered, there's no such thing as quiet areas.
That's probably the
Yeah,
trend on.
We're seeing
on
a lot of
going to,
crossover
like,
fights right now.
Those environments are actually like very ideal if you want to rush in because there's actually no to less cover. So as you
Yep,
guys
you
can see
this
right
is like
now,
the kind of zone where usually you'd want to be on the middle where it's safest. But on the South Island, you definitely do not want to be in the middle because that opens you up to a lot of gunfire. So if you can manage to secure the edge, push everyone into the middle, that's then where you can like punish them along with some other squads, prioritize them, make sure that they're out of the game. We still see
And
some
looks
Ayumi
like,
action over here, but
yeah, and
That's
Ayumi is
that's way
actually
outside of the
far
zone.
off. Yeah, way
Far
outside of the zone right now.
and the zone is closing in, so the zone is getting hotter and hotter with every second that's passing. So they need to finish this they need to finish this quickly. The up making out from the Doomlight, but it doesn't seem to be paying off considering that he got cryoed over there in the middle. And a Firestar going for the kill confirmed, and it's gone. Someone fell outside the zone though. I don't want to be that name in the kill feed. Dying outside of the zone on a tournament.
Couldn't be
I know my
worse.
clanmates are gonna make fun of me like that.
See now, the zone is actually chasing up to Team 2 right now.
Yep.
Siren's still
It's-
going with his
Yeah, it's
usual
pushing out
Mecha.
Fishing Village.
Yep. And here
It's
we have
pushing out the
T6
interior
guarding the
spaces, so
border
now
right now.
you're gonna be really forced to fight. Oh, a D-Mech, I don't know if that's gonna pay off. 2 D-Mechs against 1 pilot. Going upstairs, very risky, but it seems to have paid off by that elimination with an AoE of the rocket launcher.
That's what I call teamwork.
Teamwork makes the dream work indeed.
Seeing Team 4 is actually very close to the zone. However, they actually have the
They have a lot of
teleport
squads
right there
surrounding
as well.
them.
Yep, and a lot of squads. No, I wonder what teleport they're gonna be if they utilize the teleport. But it could
I
be an
definitely wouldn't
advantage.
take the risk. In this situation, I wouldn't take the risk unless I'm really, really, really cornered. But then when you get that sound cue, you're gonna inspect that. And better hope that on the other side is
There's no other team.
either no squad
Uh-huh.
or several squads too busy fighting each other. You can take advantage of that. Ace time this time, and it's a very open zone. A lot of squads still outside of the zone, so that's kind of scary. Man, no more respawns, no more respawns. Oh. Fast place to mech out. Getting
Yep.
Getting
definitely saw
peppered
that.
by two different squads.
And now they're being chased.
Poor guy.
Ooh, and got
Another
wrecked
clash.
instantly
You can't avoid
by
a
the
clash over here. It's just gonna be a spectacle of visual effects. I'm gonna be blinded over here.
You have like 4 different teams all at one place right now.
They're being smart. Oh, getting
Oh, that guy
spotted by a
was-
mecha when you're hiding in the corner. Wait, what happened? Oh, he was fast. He's
still alive.
fast.
He's still
Oh my
alive.
god, he's still alive. Well, his teammate managed to keep him that way. No, he didn't get finished. Ah, no, that
Oh,
hot steal.
by another
Poor
team.
guy. Now it
Okay,
looks
he
like a
just
battle
wants
for
some
the hill
cover.
this time. Every squad's closing in. Squad 11, Squad 7, Squad 2. And there's Squad 10 slowly trailing from behind. We're seeing some bold spot shots over here, but it looks like he's getting attacked from another squad trying to enter the zone. It looks like this squad's taking the hill for covers. We're seeing a lot of movements over here. They're even forgetting to activate their buffs, which could make or break the battles over here. Turn the tide with those buffs. Don't get it. No, it's so frustrating seeing players leave that buff out of the window.
And ace time could be happening in just any minute right now. Just only a few more minutes.
Yep.
Oh,
Very fast movement from the zone. Lots of elimination. The kill feed is going crazy. You can't follow. You can't. You mainly follow all of this. All you gotta focus is move on, try to survive, and avoid fights. You don't need to prove yourself. You prove yourself by surviving. And if you are the first one moving into the zone, that also leads you to an advantage because everyone's gonna be looking in that direction, and you're gonna be focused. You're gonna be targeted. It's not gonna be a good time for you. You got destroyed out here outside of the zone.
Being third party by every other party.
This is no third party, second party. This is an entire house party raid over here. Everyone's going for the punch bowl. Everyone's trying to get that piece up. First place winners in this battle. This Neutron Star seems to be having a lot of control, but that, as you can see right there, getting one shot sniper over there, that takes a huge chunk of your health, despite you being full for almost the entire time in ace time.
Oh
All
no,
it takes is
Siren
like-
only has himself right now.
Oh, Siren's in a bad spot.
Yep.
Lemon still has his entire squad complete.
Lemon is actually in a really good spot, like right in the
Yep.
center of the zone, so he's not being constrained by
You
the
can
border.
say that they're staying quiet at the start of the game, but around the end, their positioning is top notch. That's a reoccurring trend. Their positioning is top notch. On the first game, they had like a D-mech disadvantage, but over here, they have the positioning and they have the mecha. But it looks like that's about to change with that damage from the bolters. Now it's always funny seeing a battle of the deformed cars right here. Your windshield is nothing. Get those headshots, boy. Again, another Juchong kill. I really feel bad whenever I see kills from the Juchong still. Go wait for that thirst. And IRB is down. It's only a couple of mechas right here, and all I'm seeing are Arthurs. The very agile one. This match I can say is dominated by Arthur, whereas the last one is dominated by Doomlights. I love seeing me a good Arthur 1v1. It's always a good show. Now it's gotten a little bit quiet. Everyone's trying to regroup, trying to repair, trying to assess what's going on. Waiting for that zone to close in. There's still
it
3
looks like
squads,
a lot
I
of
think,
teams are
present.
just by themselves right now. They don't have any
Oh,
teammates.
wait.
They're getting
There's a
cautious.
total of 4 squads right here.
So Team 6 still have, I believe, 2 teammates. And looks like Siren just by himself. Team 4 just by himself. And the zone is closing
no.
in very quickly. Oh no!
Poor guy.
Big
This
rip.
is a wild card. You don't know which one has their mechas. And there you have it. there you have it. That was very exciting. I am out of words right now.
Super intense.
That was super intense. That South Zone fight is just non-stop fighting, non-stop visual effects. I was blinded over there. I couldn't keep up with what was going on. I didn't know who to cheer on.
This second match is like the battle of the Arthurs, you know, like there's just a lot of
Yeah, there's a lot of
clashing,
Arthurs.
a lot of sword fight. Yeah,
And
it's
it's
really
like
good to
just
see.
non-stop over there. It's good to see some good intense fights on the South Island. Instead of like just taking their time, everyone was forced to just like do the clash. And again, third party bonanza. So let's take a look
Yeah,
at the
so-
stats now.
Yeah, for sure. Let's take a look.
All right, so let's take a look at
Cracking
the
damage
Mecha
from
trend.
Pulsar. Yeah, the
All
trend
the
looks
top
pretty
three
much
teams
that's
have
kind
Arthur.
of like similar, right? I know, yeah, like every single team at least has one Arthur. And looks like the Arthur gets a lot of pilot kills. And
Whereas the
seeing-
Pulsar over here, earlier we didn't see that much
Yep.
damage dealt, but this Pulsar is nearing that 30k barrier, which I was talking about earlier. But
yeah,
zero
a
pilot
lot
kill,
of supporting
unfortunately.
damages.
lot
But
of
the one that
backline
actually
damage.
rushing is Arthur, and I think that's a very good strategy. You know, like just keeping
Arthur's
distance.
very good there.
Yep, keeping distance with Pulsar by fighting them against long distance, and then having one Arthur teammate just rushing in. And you can see the scores are reflecting with rank 1, with ranking 10 points plus eliminating points. So the top player of the first team do get 14 points in total. Snow team, on the other hand, still keeping at rank 2 with ranking points 6. Here we're getting Lemon's team this time getting the third rank with 4 points, and Andy's team with the fourth place 5 points. So their total points are here accordingly. It's been looking like
this are on the point standing. The fourth place squads has more eliminations, so despite them having that 4-point in placement, they still keep it up and manage to beat the third with just the elimination points. That's kind of reoccurring trend. It happened the same with the previous game. I don't know what's gonna happen on the third one.
I think it's also because a lot of times those teams are trying to rush off the enemies by actually going in and defeating them, but unfortunately being third party by the other team who is in a better position than them.
So let's add up the points from the first game with the second game, and let's see the overall tally so far up until this time. Oh wait, we have to look at the highlight first, and then we'll have that tally. Which, let's roll that in. That was a quite a wild match. I ran out of words over there, but up next is gonna be the 5v5 TDM for our players, and me blood, take it away.
Yeah, so the second 5v5 team that match today, we're gonna be in a stream sports ground. And looks like we're gonna see how everyone is gonna do with that big giant jump pad in the environment. So let's carry out on the next TDM match.
Fight's already started. Lineup is very, very similar.
To the last match, yeah. Looks like we still
Yeah.
have at least one team with Pulsar and Neutron Star.
Oh,
versus
finally,
the
my
other team.
boy Hot Steel getting right there in the middle.
Ooh, and we're seeing some Alvarado action.
Alvarado needs the screen time. She deserves it.
Yep, actually very efficient in terms of supporting other teammates
With a shield.
The shield is immense.
The shield can make or break your clash. Especially
But there
if
was
like
some blood for blood trading over here.
weirdly enough, usually on my experience on the extreme sports ground, you'll have some Gabriels on the side trying to get that pot shot. But this time around, no one's taking that Gabriel. Everyone's using that Pulsar to get that mobile sniper action.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of offensive activities going on, so Gabriel is definitely not a good idea. People, if they see Gabriel, they will rush in because that's the more advantage kill than chasing any other mechas.
Gabriel's very immobile. Yeah, we got that destroy over there from the Boltus.
You got Arthur rushing in with their base.
No, that's I wouldn't advise on that. Arthur is a single target mecha, and that's like a 3 mecha stack.
Oh,
That's
but
good,
there's
that's
a
a bad
5-star inside. Oh, did you know that after
Oh
the
yeah,
update-
that's the recent
Yeah, the base
change.
is no longer working.
The base is no longer safe.
Yeah.
While it no longer has health and is completely impenetrable, you can get inside anytime. That's an interesting
Definitely a
change
trend
over here
line.
that we're seeing. But if you do get stuck inside, you are getting more and more nerfed as the time passes. That's something you need to keep in mind. If you're thirsting that kill, you're gonna want to go out, get in and get out and go in if you really want another one.
So better finish it quick before if you stay too long, you're gonna die inside the base.
Do not overstay your welcome. Neutron's really taking the spotlight in this tournament right now. Whether it be Battle Royale or TDM, Neutron Star and Pulsar are both making several appearances. If you were in this map, what mecha would you be picking?
I would honestly put I would choose a very unpopular mech, which is Akashic. But I think Akashic is very efficient in terms of his stun.
Over here, I take advantage of the central jump pad with Boltus myself. That's what I'm seeing. I'm finding myself being relatable with those Boltus players right on here.
Oh, it's very situational too. As you can see, the team decided to actually go inside their base and rush. So if you do have, if you see the other team, they all have Mecha that has core health. So Botis and Alvarado, they're not very strong in terms of keeping their bases. So they are actually getting bullied by the more
But despite the appearances, despite the push inside the base, you can see the numbers don't really line up with that right now. It's all very tight. It's all very tight. There's no one-sided bullying going on over here. Although it may seem like that with the base, it's getting very tricky with the recent changes on the base mechanics. It used to be that when you see a squad entering the other squad's base, that's gonna look very one-sided. But this time around, it can go any side. It can go to any team. 17 to 16, practically the same points up until like almost the 5-minute mark. I'm willing to bet that at the end of this game, no squad is gonna reach that 50-point marker.
I can say otherwise. Oh, looks like we actually have a
16-19.
Hot Steel player.
Not a lot of screen time for Hot Steel in this, in the TDM so far, but Hot Steel's another one of the good picks over here. If you can take advantage of that jump pad, abuse it until you like just unlimited dash left and right. Like I'm pretty sure like jump pad, dash in, destroy, go back to jump pad, your cooldown's gonna be ready.
Yeah, and I think he's trying to get an opportunity to actually raid the base.
We're
Imagine
seeing
if
some
Hot Steel raided
screen time on the newest mech right here, Tempest.
I've never personally tried Tempest in TDM, but I think he's very interesting. He's kind
He's
of
not
like
for me.
Flamenco in terms of his abilities. But
He's
with
flamenco but the range.
Yep.
He's not for me. Glad to see some of the sicker mechas showing up now.
It's very low right now. This is also very low.
Weirdly enough, same as with the last game. Despite making a lot of appearances on the BR, we don't see some Doomline. That's unusual. That's unusual over here. Region Star going for the push along with the Tempest. And the Voltus managed to ran off. But, right! The base changes made it so that... Nope, you got a Jace.
Base is not saving anybody's life right now. Firestar going
Base,
with the
it's not your
fire
safe
and finish the two pilots off with his flamethrower. Very deadly.
Very, very dangerous.
Again with the 5-star.
I'm noticing a trend with Siren using mobile mechas. Although I think he knows what's up over here. Whereas on VR, you can go with single target. Arthur and still be very effective. He went with Firestar this time around, so he can get that punch through. And you see over here, 3 mechas compiled all together. A blast of flamethrower is gonna damage them all at the same time.
I think he's implementing more like a hit and run strategy for this.
Very, very applicable on the verticality available over here.
So
Arthur going for that
almost
vertical flank. That's gonna be very hard to hit. And he manages to land. I thought that was gonna be another disrespectful mid-air kill.
It seems how they like always like still hold off the enemies inside their base. And it's been almost time's up. And it looks like
Yeah, it's been 8 minutes and the scores are not getting that much closer to 50.
and the other team hasn't gotten actually like get out and utilize the jump pad.
All right, we're seeing a gap right now. We're seeing a 4-point gap right now between the teams. A 6-point gap. Ooh, things are moving faster. Things are moving faster and faster.
Things are closing in right now, and we're still seeing some Arthur ashing.
And you gotta remember, Ace Time's gonna pick in, and you're gonna get that massive damage boost right around now on the 90-second mark.
I feel like the Arthur just trying to pick Alvarado as the target. Seems like
Alvarado doesn't have that much mobility. That's a good choice.
seems like that's his best target for the time being.
Take advantage of your strengths and your weaknesses, they say. I'm not seeing that much action from this Tempest. Although it may be like that player may be going through adjustment with Tempest as well. We are at the 45-second mark. The scores are at 34 to 38. 4-point gap. But the tide could change at any second.
Do you think it's safe that they will keep this way until the last minute?
I don't think so. Oh, it looks like the timer bugged.
And 2 points. Oh, this was
Oh,
the
it's
first
getting
one.
closer. I told you it can go into any direction at the
Over
end.
37. We're gonna get 2 more points different, and we're gonna
10
get
seconds. Can we get a tie?
5 seconds.
Up 40 to 39. 40 to 39. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's it for the second TDM of the Extreme Sports Ground.
That's
We're seeing
crazy.
that's a lot of action. Like
The
poor
last 10
Alvarado,
seconds
though.
actually makes a big difference.
Yup. They could have turned it around. They went from like a 4-point gap to like closing it in all the way to like just a single point gap. Like it could have turned any way around. And the Alvarado though, like damn, that Arthur, you're doing that Alvarado dirty, bro. We saw what you're doing. We saw what you're
Alright.
doing over there.
We're gonna
Alright,
see
let's
how
take
the
a look
score
at the
laid out.
scores.
Yep.
We can understand the trend a lot much better this way.
So
Alright, let's take a
I'm
look
surprised to see Alvarado is actually very high in terms of damages, like 32k.
Actually,
Yeah, that's almost the same compared to other in his teammate with Pulsar, Skylark, and also Botus. They all have similar damages dealt. And on the
over
other
here,
team,
if you take a look at it as
Yeah.
well, there's no singular double digit on the kills and destroys over here. The only two players
you're
with a
right.
double digit is the Pulsar from Team 1 and the Neutron Star from Team 2. They're the only ones with double digits over here.
take a look at the highlights of our second TDM match before we move on to the last and final Battle Royale match. So let's see it, guys.
Take a look at it. All right, after those
Alright.
two intense Battle Royale and those two even more intense TDM where everyone was just clashing in, proving their worth. This has been a tight night so far, but it's all led up to this. The final Battle Royale clash over here with our 42 players. They're gonna be fighting on a different ground this time. On the first two battles, they were at Hacker Intrusion, aka Grand Bomb. This time they're gonna be at Cold Clash, and I'll let Meat Blood take the show from over here. I'll let her expand what's the difference.
Yeah, and if you guys haven't remembered, Cold Clash includes some special abilities and also special items such as the ice wall and also the snowmans where it's been distributed right across the maps where you can
Right.
shoot the snowman and get more items. On top of the loot that you will get inside the
You can
building.
also get those random spawns of the neutral creeps as well.
Oh yeah,
which
from the
is-
snowman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
Which
kind of
gives
like
you, like,
I've
a
always
lot of
found it
variance.
weird. It's like a tiny snowman, boom, a giant spider spawns underneath it.
Mm-hmm. And I'm also expecting a lot of deformed cars action in this map, since there's
yeah,
going to
that
be a lot of
too.
a lot of deformed cars tend
That
to show
is an
up on
explosive
Code Clash.
deformed card this time around. It's not the machine gun.
Yep, it's a snowball. It's a snowball bullet, and I'm really looking forward to that because it does deal a lot of mecha damages.
That can turn the
instead
battle
of
around.
the normal bullets. Yeah. So let's go ahead and carry out the very last Battle Royale Code Clash. Let's get to it.
I think our players are ready now. And they are dropping off diagonal line going from school to fishing village. This is gonna be a very centralized battle over here.
Yep, already in the bridge and the villa.
Oh, that's bright. You got a squad in. You got a squad in Yayoi squad 2, but we also have another one present in Music Grounds. We're gonna have an early clash. We have a presence of the laser gun, although we have never seen a single usage of it in game yet. Oh, there's another squad on the other side. Squad 2, not much loot. You don't want to drop on this side of Yayoi Bridge. The loot distribution is bad over here, and that's gonna put you at a disadvantage if a car rushes at you with, especially over here with the snowball bullets.
But I'm glad at least we have more amount of deformed cars distributed throughout the entire map. So even though if you're in a battle situation, there's a high chance that you also will get a car.
Very true. We don't. Players don't have to share their loot pool this time around with a special event collection item of random. So it's all gonna be very useful, very effective, immediate items that you can pick up. School has two squads, Squad 9 and Squad 3, and it looks like one member of Squad 9 is separated from the rest, and that's gonna be a scary spot if you're in. Either scary or very, very effective in terms of turning it around. But it looks like these guys are moving on very quickly with their loot.
It looks like they recognize that there's another team on the school building, so they're moving ahead.
They're
to
moving.
Yayoi Bridge, which is also
Or
not good.
the battery.
Oh, that's
Nope.
cool. So
Nope.
there's a recharging station over there.
Yep. But
I
it
wonder
doesn't
why
look
they're
like
not
they took
utilizing
advantage of
it.
that. Probably because it's way too it is too open.
You're right. Yeah, it's out in the open.
Unlike with say the City Hall battery wherein you have that flagpole covering it.
All right. So we also seeing Swift team still landing on Yayoi Ridge like last time. I wonder if that's a good strategy.
Hey, if it works, it works. Looking at the
It's
map
like,
right here, right, we can see that once again the zone is heading south. And I'm gonna prepare my throat for that because that's gonna have a lot of showdown once again. Unless of course, they eliminate each other early on. Oh, finally our first showdown of the game. That deformed car is quickly regretting his decision. That deformed car is quickly regretting the decision right there, fighting off the pulsar, but getting distracted with that neutron star. But his teammate's not gonna let him get out of there alive.
Yep, no chances.
No chances.
No
Swift
chances.
finding that cover quickly. That is an effective push. One eliminating, one distracting, and then another one just securing that kill. Because over here, you're gonna want to eliminate them as fast as possible.
Can't
The
miss
less
that
presence
dot
they
pad.
have, the less effectivity they are on battle. Oh, this Neutron Star
one of the
squad is
teammates
just
is
getting
down?
wiped. That's just kind of sad. Two of his teammates are already down with no one to pick up. Seems like
And
a bad
again,
spot
we do
over
have
here.
some action at the hotel.
Another one?
Another one.
Hot
So,
seal, another appearance.
Siren
Pulsar again.
Has given up on Arthur this time, but instead he's going with Tri-Star.
It seems he's made effective use of the 5v5 as a warm-up in order to like use him over here.
That's absolutely correct.
And you can see they're effectively pushing the other squad, the Sunset Clock. With the teammates being on a car and only one member being on a mecha, that's kind of disadvantageous. But they've made a smart play with the car over here. They're getting away and they're getting away fast.
They're just like, I'm gonna just run away from sunset.
They just went like, nope. I'll see you guys later. But then it gives Siren Squad a lot of advantages to like loot around over there freely.
Oh, some action. Team 7 versus Team 14.
On Fishing Village once again. We're noticing a trend on this place. I'm gonna avoid these on my own battle. That's a nasty destroy, getting focused by 3 mechas.
Yep, looks like Ultra's not doing so well. Team starts
Ogre's in a bad
rushing
spot. With only 1 teammate on a mecha and 3 mechas pushing him, that's a bad spot. But NNN managed to fight back.
Akon's team also has 1 5-star. I wonder if there's any strategic moves into this. Maybe there's something about 5-star in Cold Clash that's just more versatile.
Is it the presence of the environment being snow?
Yeah, so you pick fire to counter.
You need the heat or else
Just
you'll
a
get
hunch.
hypothermia.
That's funny to think about it.
Pulsar never ever not shows up.
Yeah, Pulsar just has so many advantages in like every situation and environment. And that one cannon beam took 500 damage away from the Skylark. He's not going to that pilot. This pilot is
That's
trying
a bad
to
house.
escape.
That's a bad house. That's a house with
very
a fake
bad
second
house.
floor.
There's a fake second floor on some of the houses, so if you're in bad luck, you might not be able to even escape at all.
You're gonna get bamboozled.
Looks like
We're
Skylark
seeing
pilot
remnants.
managed
We're
to
seeing
hit by
remnants
the
of a
corner.
Knight of Tarantula over there. Oh, what's going on over here?
Oh no!
Oh no!
He's being simply bullied by the
Oh, that
entire
poor
squad.
guy.
That poor
What
guy.
did we just witness over there?
A massacre. Oh, here we
And
have the
that's
5-star
enough.
finally get a blind spot of the pilot. They are now
Hey,
rushing in to
Meatblood.
finish him up. Yeah, what's up?
Are you familiar with Tarantula?
Not really. It lied to me.
Wait, you don't know Tarantula?
The big spiders, right?
No! That guy in the billboard over there
Tarantula.
where that pilot was hiding.
Oh, I actually do. I land there like once in a lifetime. Like the
No,
only
this-
time I actually got there is like being in an Iron match, and that's all.
Ah, I see. You're an older player, you'd know. He's the
I might not
quote-unquote
be too
mysterious pilot of our friendly Doomlight over there.
Oh no, some beaming action.
The AoE is very dangerous on Pulsar. Perhaps
Yeah.
after this, we'll see a lot more Pulsar actions in our casual gameplay. You gotta remember, this is a demonstration of the skills of the top across the servers with the current meta. So this is gonna reflect a lot of the playstyles that you can expect on the coming seasons of Super Mega Champions. And we're seeing over here a domination of Neutron Star and Pulsar.
But Team 5's not doing so well. One of them's rushing in. The other one's also rushing in.
Gun shield? Better hope he doesn't have a Shatter Star.
Shadow Star. Oh, it looks like he does.
Ooh, that was close.
That was a clean escape. It would have been.
That was very close. First appearance of JoJo in here.
Okay, we do see Team 14 is actually getting the drop. I wonder if they will get the core. Looks like they're safe, but all the other teams, they're staying right at the border of the zone right now.
Good loot, good loot.
Again, Fishing Village. The battle
Squad
has
10
not
versus Squad
ended.
1. They're gonna get those eliminations, whatever it takes. Funnily enough, it looks like in this game, Doomlight's been replaced with the presence of Firestar. Trying to get that thirsty aerial kill.
Oh, that is
wait, he's
not a
already
good
been-
place to
he's-
land at.
No, he's already been knocked.
Oh, an air kill.
Yup, that's an aerial knock already.
That's crazy.
The best of the best are no joke. The best of the best are no joke. You do not want to come across these guys.
Oh, we're seeing Aurora.
A solo Aurora now.
Definitely deserve more screen time.
Oh yeah, that's one of the things that we didn't point out early on in the introduction of this game. It's also a viable option now to traverse the water because it's all been frozen up. So you're never safe
Oh,
over
you
there. You
are
can't
right.
use it as a hideout. No more hiding on the water. It's a part of the battleground.
No more struggling under the water.
Making out in front of the neutron star. Luckily for him, he's a hot steel. And hot steel has that thickest health pool right there.
It's like Team 11
Squad 8
starting
in a
the
bad
water right
spot.
now.
Directly in clash with Squad 14 and with one of their members outside the zone. It's a battle for the airdrop.
Well, we actually have the Doomlight player.
Oh,
So
I
still
saw
entering
that.
into the Doomlight.
I saw that Arthur picking through, seeing 3 members and then saying, nope, that's not the fight for me. Taking it smart, taking it smart.
Pulsar's down.
Pulsar not even fighting back, focusing more on moving in. Once again, you get to see here the benefit of gatekeeping your teammates from a particular spot. If they are hell-bent on getting into that spot, oftentimes they're probably gonna ignore you. You're gonna end up with an easy picking. And that's what we saw right there. Firestar aided by the zone. Pulsar getting that pot shot and then rethinking what's the next step I should do.
He needs to
Still
get
somewhat
to the
quiet.
zone.
Still kind of quiet on the fronts over here. At least not as bad as second game. We can
Still
see a lot
of,
more tactics getting employed
activities,
over
like,
here.
By the border, it seems like they're really playing with the zones right now.
Yep, no one wants to be at
Others
the
rushing
center.
in.
That's a 2v1. That is a for sure elimination, especially with the auto shotgun. Hey, Meatblood, tell me, what's the name of that gun again? I keep forgetting.
Shadow Star?
No, the auto shotgun.
The auto shotgun, Rainstorm?
Oh yeah, that one, the Rainstorm shotgun. A formidable gun on the right hand.
Yeah, I usually use that gun when I'm in panic mode, because you can just shoot like simultaneously for every single click, so it's very effective.
Very effective. You can turn a 1v3 with that if you're lucky enough.
If you're, yeah, with the headshot, yes.
Ace time's coming in. Players gotta keep that in mind.
It's like Team 10 is encountering Ares team, which is Team 8.
I don't think they were even pushed. They just went for the pot shots this time. Feeling cocky, I see. That's 3 squads in one area. That's squad
Ooh,
10,
that's
squad
not
8,
a
and
good
squad
idea.
2. That's not a good spot. Just before ace time.
Oh, but looks like he's managed to escape.
Ace time. It's ace time now. Team Siren only having 2 mechas this time. But onto a good spot. Team 5, single member, carefully observing what's going on in the battlefield.
Looks like their teammate is also giving them a lot of loot. That's what I call teamwork. Ari, on the other hand, is struggling with guarding the border while he's not expecting that on the other side that the other team is getting the high ground. And there might be some disadvantages over here.
Team 10 risking going inside the zone.
They're finishing
Trying to
up
get
Team
the
10
rest.
right now.
Trying to get that rest. Will
Oh,
he get
not
it?
gonna happen.
You never know. You might get distracted. This Lemon might get distracted by that pulsar. But it seems to have been to no effect. Quad 2 on the corner of the zone. This may be a good spot. This may be a good spot. Quad 14 is in a bad spot right here. Because everyone has their eyes on them.
It looks like one of the members of Team 14 is really
Are
far
way
off.
inside. Yeah, it's way
Yep.
inside.
Way on the other side, and there's 2 other teams are surrounding.
You see that? You see that cluster
That
of
one
teammate?
teammate.
That is a tight composition that Firestar wanna get into. You go inside, you unleash that flamethrower. That's a lot of damage.
This is a very competitive 5-star versus 5-star. No one is trying to get rushy.
Whereas on Battle 1, we saw a lot of Doomlight. On Battle 2, we saw a lot of Arthurs. Over here, Firestar is taking the spotlight. Oh, taking that pot shot over here. Remember, Firestar has that damage over time, which would also allow you to like somewhat track your enemies. Oh, he peeked over there and saw that's some 3 players. I'd rather be picking with this long one. Wait for them.
He's in the tight spot right now.
And he with his
ND
trusty
team.
pulsar.
He's assessing the situation right now. He knows there's 2 teams ahead of him. He's not taking any chances.
Siren taking the last second movement over there, just forcing the other squads to push all the way inside until everyone's in the middle and they can comfortably get those shots.
Yep, it looks like Siren is just poking in all directions.
Poking both teams. They're like, go in there, get in there, I believe in you. Oh, right beside the other team. Let's see if they're gonna get spotted. Let's see if they're gonna get attacked.
Oh, they're finally rushing.
Oh,
It's another
no,
5-star.
Siren's in a bad spot. That's almost a
Oh,
destroy.
he's D-Mac.
Last minute D-Mech. And after that, they lost focus off him, which proved to be very effective. Battle over here between the upper side of the hill and the lower side of the hill. Seems that the lower side, weirdly enough, has the advantage this time. Squad 14 still inside the zone. Siren finally getting that Firestar to maximum use, but ultimately getting destroyed.
Yeah, but it looks like Team 14 is pretty out in the open. That Doomlight doesn't look very
That
cool.
Doomlight gave them a lot of protection. We're over here. We're seeing here like a contest for the hill. Because if you can keep that while the zone closes in, that's gonna be the best spot for you to secure your win. And Squad 14 finishing off Squad 4. That is one slimy pilot. That is very troublesome for the Skylark until this neutron star showed up. Skylark still chasing that, and he finally gets it. Now it's a battle of the car, Pilot, and Skylark's the only one showing his card. Skylark's the only one showing his card. Remember, the deformed car over here, you are using that snowball. Andy Pilot is still standing strong. And no more, he's on the ground.
Looks like they're really try to eliminate each other's pilot, but forgetting that the Skylark is just
The Skylark's
every
still out there,
direction.
just getting those free hits.
Yep.
And remember, he doesn't even have to stop to like repair. He has that Falcon, which just gives him backs. 142, and he finally gets destroyed. All right, this is gonna be a battle between pilots and pilots. How will this turn out?
Oh,
Ooh.
and the Akon teams took the win for the very final Battle Royale, guys.
Ooh, that was a wild ride. We saw some movement on the South Island like no
Wow.
other. Because Team 14, I thought it was gonna get way focused down there. But
And I was surprised there was some Skylark action at the last minute, and I would have thought that the Skylark would have gotten bigger advantages, but
yeah,
you know, like the very last minute, that's a great turning point.
I
So
was
let's go ahead
expecting
and
like
see
a
the
surprise
scoreboard.
mecha.
Yep, just like bam.
All right.
All right, so let's go ahead and see how they did.
All right, so it looks like here, how do you read this? Dard Val Squad pulled up first over here. And let's take a look at the trend of their pilots and their mechas. Mutant Stars present all around. And weirdly enough, along with Firestar and Neutron Star coming in second. And as we were talking about earlier, someone finally broke that damage threshold of the 30k damage, which takes a lot of effort if you're fighting alongside players of your similar skill level.
Yeah, and looks like Andy's team, even though has very low frequency of pilot and also demaking, as we can see, Pulsar was
They
not
managed to
getting any
survive.
kills. Yep, but they managed to hold the second place. And for the total ranking, you can see Team Akon is getting the top rank with 10 of the ranking points, with the total of the highest member gets 16 total points in total. Second place, Tim, Lemon's team, is getting with the biggest total points of 11. And we can see over
Andy's
here the
team.
total teams of Andy's. He moved up from rank 4 onto the third rank, which is a big step. We're seeing the very most performing pilot. They're getting 7 total points. And last but not least, we're getting rank 4 for Snow team, with
Weirdly
also
enough.
the pilot at 7 points.
Oh, here we go with the total tally of the points, considering game 1, game 2, and game 3. And I guess we can say we have a winner.
Exactly. So there's no way we can deny the winner anymore. So Lemon's team holds up to the winner's title of the Winter Cup.
Congratulations!
Oh. So
Congratulations to Lemon's
again.
team.
Yep. And along with Lemon's team, we do have Eri B and Shikari Onimushan, and Lemon himself hold the ranks title of the Winter Cup. So again, congratulations to these 3 most performing players. That was very intense. Like, I can barely breathe, especially the last TDM matches and the last Battle Royale. I feel like Lemon's team, they're just, they're very efficient in
Very,
the way they're
Placement.
executing the battles. Yeah, placement is everything in Battle Royale as well. They take it very good. And I love seeing the Posa action and the Arthur action on their team as well. So
Players,
very, very
take
great
note.
job.
Take note of what you've witnessed over here. But then again, to everyone out there, to every participant, don't be discouraged just yet, because despite not placing, despite not having that sweet crystal award, you still do get that bragging rights of getting that title of Galactic Knight over here. And once you're talking on the Gen Chat, that is that is something that you're gonna be. What's Galactic Knight? Well, I joined in this tournament. I'm one of the best of the best. So let's go. I
Yeah.
wanna once again say congratulations to Lemon, Eribi, and Sikari Onichan. Onichan or Onisan? Congratulations
Onisan.
to you guys. Good fighting spirit, good team spirit, and I applaud you guys for your performance out there.
Yeah, so let's wrapping up for today. Me and Echo is very happy to see you guys watching our stream and watching the Winter Cup. And this does not stop here. We're gonna have definitely more events, tournaments in the
Definitely
future.
more.
So definitely give out your maximum support to SMC, and we will see you on the next event. So stay tuned,
Or
guys.
the battlefield.
Or the battlefield, yeah.
Thank
We'll
you
see
for all
you.
your support, and thank you
Yep,
for
I
the
got my
extreme
eyes on you
participation
guys.
of these pilots.